The NHL season is almost here. On this episode, we solve the Seattle Kraken's doldrums, we do an NHL news roundup, and we begin already predicting next year's playoffs. Welcome to the KrakHead Ice Hockey Pod on air from the deep, and today we'll break down the Seattle Kraken's outlook for next season. As a die-hard KrakHead, it pains me to do this, but I've got to dip into what's ailing the Kraken. They're a good team, but not a great team, and that sucks. While you can blame the Golden Knights for inoculating the league against giving good players away in the expansion draft, that can't be the whole reason why the Kraken haven't gotten off the ground. Apart from their Cinderella story first season, they haven't been close to the playoffs once. We're in the most dangerous spot, not good, not bad, just mediocre. We're turning into the next Detroit Red Wings, not bad enough to get good picks for a rebuild, but not making it into the promised land of the playoffs. The only solution is a retool. I think that's sort of happening. Kaapo Kakko has a lot of very heavy hopes riding on his shoulders, but I think he can bear them. Joey Daccord spawned out of nowhere during the Winter Classic and hasn't looked back since. Chandler Stevenson has an amazing mustache. But that's kind of the frustrating thing. It looks like we have all the pieces, or at least most of them. Matty Beniers has shown he can be not a superstar but simply a damn good player. Shane Wright is the future but just needs to get there already. Land the bus, park the plane. Jordan Eberle is all you would want out of a captain. Eli Tolvanen is a solid player. The trick is getting them all put together. They have to all be their best at the same time, and they need some sort of glue to hold it all together. The Kraken haven't found that yet. To their credit, they seem to be trying. Stevenson, Brandon Montour, and now Mason Marchment have been signed, I believe, for that very reason. But it hasn't worked yet. They need more than just a few veteran players with good playoff records and impressive facial hair. That's what they need, I think. Just a few more guys, a few more good guys. They don't need to be great. They don't need to have won a cup with a previous franchise. They just need to be good and solid and dependable. Think of pre-stardom Tarasov, Bach, Vist, or Gad Jovic instead of current Kraken backbenchers John Hayden or Logan Morrison. You wouldn't think these would be too expensive or bust the cap. You will be overpaying, sure, but you're right now overpaying through the nose to get Montour and Marchment. You need 5 solid ice hockey players for every one overpriced Chandler Stevenson, and you've got the makings of a better team. Anyway, those are my thoughts on the Seattle Kraken right now before the preseason starts on September 20. Now quickly on the rest of the NHL. Connor Bedard is a bust. Why won't everyone just admit it? You can't be hailed as literally the second coming of Wayne Gretzky and fizzle the way he has. He's always going to be a great player, but to have had that much hype around him, he needs to be more amazing. The Florida Panthers will win the Cup next year. Just put money on it now. It's inevitable. The Islanders' rebuild will be a hell of a lot of fun to watch. They'll kind of suck for a bit, but in a fun way. I can't wait to see the New York Rangers dumpster fire play out all over again. This will be season 2, a bunch more episodes with a returning cast. A new sidekick for the main villain, and a twist ending to the next part of this soap opera is on the cards. San Jose can make the playoffs this year. They're definitely good enough. The Ducks are washed. They've picked up too much old, dead wood in the offseason. The Pittsburgh Penguins are the worst managed team in the history of the NHL. This year will prove that more as they flounder despite having Sid carry them on his back. All they need is some half-decent players instead of a bunch of geriatric ward patients, and the kid can get them to the playoffs basically all by himself. The Capitals will look good in the regular season again, though not as good as last year, and will be massacred in the playoffs again. They just have no stick. It's all brash. Anyway, that's all for today. Check back soon for more Seattle Kraken analysis, preseason predictions, and maybe even some around the NHL news roundups.